Yeah, thanks, Creason. So we're here at the Lower Fort Garry National Historic Site, where I'm joined now by Chief Tony Travers. Tell me a little bit about this summit this week.
Hi, it's Chief Tony Travers, live at 5 from Treaty 5. Kenojiskagan First Nation. We're hosting the annual Treaty 5 Summit from Lower Fort Garry. It's being held on August 6, 7, and 8 at the just outside of Winnipeg.
Yeah, and so tell me a little bit about some of the people. You said there's a lot registered already.
Yes, we have 1,200 registered as of Friday, but we're the walk-up crowd usually is pretty large, so we're expecting a couple thousand at least here.
And so this, how many nations will be here?
There's over 40 First Nations that are a part of Treaty 5, so we're expecting a representative from each and every one of them.
So why is it so important to have a gathering like this?
To commemorate our historic treaties. I think we're focused more on actually enforcing our treaties now and enhancing our treaty rights with our First Nations people.
So some of that includes talking about, I guess, Indigenous sovereignty and Indigenous law?
Yes, exactly. What we're trying to establish is that our treaty rights are mobile. You know, you can take them wherever you are. Your treaty rights should be yours to use. You know, your right to education, right to health services, housing, and things of that nature.
And then I guess one of the bigger topics, the agricultural benefits, aka cows and plows.
Cows and plows. I've got cows and plows on my mind every day. I've got a band member usually calling, "Where's my cows and plows?" But we do have, I know our First Nation is actually in the process right now of negotiating for our claim. They have an expedited process now, so I think a number of the Treaty 5 First Nations are now in the process of either being recognized for their claim or are in the process of establishing their claim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just talk about some of the other stuff that is expected this week here.
We have a number of dignitaries from various First Nations that will be speaking. I think the Premier will be here tomorrow to say some regards. I know the Grand Chiefs will be here. A number of chiefs from the local areas that will be invited to speak. So we are, like I said, we're expecting a large crowd, large attendance. I think pretty much half of my First Nation is here. We do have a campsite set up just outside here, so we have other membership that are staying in local hotels.
And then from my understanding, this kind of rotates and goes to different communities, so it's kind of every year you guys kind of move around, right?
Yes, usually there's a host nation for the annual celebration. This year we are the host. Our First Nation is 265 kilometers away from Winnipeg. We don't actually have the facilities to host it at our home nation, not as of yet, but Lower Fort Garry was a site that was previously used, so we were able to use this site again.
And then obviously, we're talking about treaty issues, the importance of sovereignty within the Cree Nation. Well, not just the Cree, but all the nations that are represented in Treaty 5, rather. But, it's also a family event?
Yes, exactly. I know we have a number of families. Like I said, I think that's one of the biggest things, is to teach our young people about their treaty rights, our treaty history, and the reclamation of their rights as sovereign people of the first peoples of this land.
And so obviously Treaty 5, but I guess, are you welcoming everybody to come if they want to come check it out?
Yes, all nations. We're hoping to have a large attendance of anyone that would like to attend. It's 3 days of events. There's various presentations. We have a number of teepees here that are set up where we'll be doing some learning as well. We do have a sweat lodge set up in the back, so I think there's two sweat lodges a day. Men, women, transgendered, LGBTQ are all welcome.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thank you for your time today. And like he said, this is happening here all week at the Lower Fort Garry National Historic Site. So if you're in the area and you want to check it out, like he said, everyone's welcome. Back to you in the studio.